are you?
The man, the myth, the legend.
I think these are taking my officers.
I bet he's gonna sit there anyhow.
Don't sit next to me, I don't wanna catch whatever you got.
Intelligence?
We all know that's not true.
Yeah. How are you?
That's what you told me. That's what I said, it was that bad.
I told
I should have listened first.
Dude, you can't go to the bathroom and not leave the name tag.
We've been pulling out some technology.
And you guys, I can't sit next to Willie, he told me, he didn't want me.
Time?
Hey, you're perfectly fine, sit right there. 1 minute.
Close enough. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you please take roll?
Yes. Councilman Kaufman? Councilman Perkins? Councilman Mason?
Here.
And Councilman Evans?
Here.
Mayor Graves?
Here. You have before you an agenda that I do not believe there are any changes to.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
for the fire department. You guys might have that on there.
New business number 5.
Or you could put it under, yeah, new business or your public comments. Whichever one you want. Public comments.
Public comments, number 4. All right, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved. Second.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And Brad, it looks like we're a go,
No,
so.
we've got one. We're waiting on one more, so they should be here just momentarily.
Want to swear one in and hopefully it'll be,
We can, that's fine.
that way they can each have in person.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll do line item 1, and if we need to, we'll do line item 3 for Steve McGuire, and we'll see where we're at.
That's fine.
Which one's Which one's
Rachel Peter.
Rachel. Rachel. You can just read it out, so you don't have to repeat after me. Would you raise your right hand, please? You swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, it is.
And if you read your.
Yes. I, Rachel Teeter, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Wyoming. That I have not knowingly violated any law related to my officer's appointment or caused it to be done by others, and that I will discharge the duties of
Congratulations.
Oh, want me to go over?
Yep.
All right.
So we,
Did somebody get a picture?
the camera's not working. So.
Oh.
We have audio, but no camera.
Congratulations, welcome
very
aboard.
much.
Thank you.
Do you need me to sign anything?
I think I think if you sign that one for Tabitha, I think.
Okay.
Then one is yours and one is ours.
Oh, go ahead, use that.
Well, while we're kind of waiting to see if we get Braden here for the other officer swear in, we'll skip to line item number 3 under appointments and oath of office, which is planning and zoning board. You should have had in your packet his application for Stephen McGuire. Steve, you wanna say anything or just?
We'd love for you to, 5 to 20, maybe 10 minutes.
No, I don't really have anything to say, I guess.
Would be my recommendation that we accept Stephen McGuire's application and put him on the planning and zoning board.
I would move to accept this application and place him on planning and zoning.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. What's done is done.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Are you getting woke up?
Get into it.
Well, it acts like it's working, but I have no picture.
No, it went back home again.
Willie, you need an alternate on the planning and zoning.
I got something in my eye.
Just trying to help you out, keep you busy.
We don't want to tell you what he really has.
Is he close? Do we know?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
You can go through the
I
rest
was
of
gonna
it.
say, can we hammer out the consent agenda? All right, you have before you the consent agenda items. For the purpose of discussion, I would entertain a motion to approve and place to record consent agenda items.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion on the consent agenda items?
They both my questions answered earlier, so.
This, Tabitha, is this a good time to talk about maybe some deficiencies identified on 16th Street and kind of, Wednesday we'll know more because we're gonna have
We'll
a
know a little
meeting.
bit more, but I think they have a whole bunch of ADAs to replace and some sidewalks and a couple places guttered. And we gotta do something about, the railing on Georgia Park right there. So the pilings are up too high, we're gonna have to do some kind of wall right there.
Did any of you check, and this is public comment, but it doesn't drain at Derringer Park. You could go there and it was in the morning and it wasn't running. It was that far from the top of those pipes.
Mhm.
And it wasn't draining. It just sat there.
Yeah.
Are they gonna do something with that? I'm just curious. I've been
No,
watching
that's
it.
on us, we have to dig out more if we want.
Oh. It does not.
I said that early and often to the engineer and was basically told to trust the process.
Dan Kennedy told me when it first started, he said, that will not drain. And he said, I could just look at it and tell you it won't drain.
I'm just a simpleton and I could look at it and see that it wasn't gonna drain.
We would have to dig out that whole ditch.
Yes.
But they should be here next week, I think, to start working on this stuff.
Gonna start cleaning up the deficiencies.
Well, the snow held them off this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the massive winter storms.
Cold weather, all the cold weather.
The hard freeze.
Yeah.
So just for my clarification, they do know they need to do all of this stuff, right?
Yes.
We're not gonna come in, piecework it and say, okay, peace out, and we're not coming back until you call us again.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
White House having a meeting with them on Wednesday, I think.
Good.
Are we invited to that, or they,
We are, yeah.
This is a
White House
prime
has-
example why we have those big projects going on. We need to have someone internally watching what's going on.
Did you say that?
And the new judge is working out well.
He is,
I mean, I've had conversation with him and he's,
at least from my perspective. I
yeah,
don't-
he's liking it and
Yeah, we've had great conversations and things have been working very well. Looks like, we're working on trying to get some progress moving with maybe updating our bond schedule, and that hasn't been updated since, I'm thinking about 2012. So it's been a few years since our bond schedule's been updated, so we're working on that.
Sorry to jump back here. Tabitha, do we know when that meeting is?
I don't know what time. the meeting is.
Wednesday sometimes.
Wednesday, will you shoot us a
can you
message
get that
or
to us?
something, let us know?
Thank you. Hey, Chief, does our bond schedule tend to mirror the state, or is it a lesser amount than the state, or?
In the past, it's usually just mirrored the state bond. I mean, there's a few things like, dog at large and paraphernalia and stuff like that, that state doesn't have, but the
Yeah.
stuff that state does and that we have does mirror.
Okay.
We have another oath of office for another police officer, but he had some unfortunate luck and broke down about 3 miles outside of town on his way to get here, so he's in transition and supposedly gonna be here soon, hopefully, but
We just talked to him, he will be here, but he's working on it.
so, any further discussion on consent agenda? All in favor of approving and placing the record, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And we'll go ahead and move on to petitions, memorials, proclamations, and public comment. Item number 1 is Susan Rocha. You're here to visit with us about the veterans flags.
Yes, so do I need to stand up or can I sit down?
Usually we have you stand at the podium, yes?
Oh, okay. So good evening, my name is Suzanne Rocha and I am here on behalf of the Ladies Auxiliary VFW. And I would like to see for us to have banners on the streetlights in town of our veterans. And so I've been in contact with Chamber of Commerce in Torrington, and they have these in Goshen County, and I think that's pretty cool. And I'm hoping that we could also do the same. And so hopefully this will be a project for the VFW ladies to acquire funding for that sponsorship, so that no money would have to come out of the veteran's pocket or a veteran's family to pay for the banners. To purchase a banner would be $140. And so we're going to try to raise a lot of money to get that covered. And those banners come with the pole brackets for an 18-inch, 24-inch, and a 30-inch. And it also comes with 2 3/4-inch fiberglass rods, 2 aluminum cast bases, and 2 metal rings, and also 4 36-inch SS bands. I don't know what those are, but everything, all the equipment that you would need to put the banner up on the street light. And so what that is, it's honoring our local heroes, past and present. This is a national program created as a living tribute for communities to recognize and honor residents who are currently serving and or who have served in the United States Armed Forces. And each banner will be proudly displayed on street lamps in the Veterans Day on November 10th. But I would like to see that extended not just on one day, but maybe for the month of November. And, so I would like to propose that if possible, instead of just having the one day. And it's also in the municipality of where the veteran or his family lives. So I think that's something that would be pretty cool to honor our veterans. And hopefully, we can get all the funds for that. And it also comes with a booklet, honoring the local veterans. And this is the one from Goshen County. And each family will, put a picture of their veteran and do a little biography of where they served and information like that. And if we sell enough, then we can have enough money to pay for, say, in 2 years, if there's brackets that are loose or broke, we'll have money in our fund to purchase those for the city. So, if you would like to look at the pamphlet, I can pass it around so you can look at it.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I think that would be this would be an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Mr. Rocha, do you have an idea of how much that would cost to raise? I mean, do you get the ballpark? I'm just being curious, that's all.
I don't know, because we have to vote on it as a group tomorrow, but I kind of wanted to get the ball rolling by starting here first.
I just did a quick ballpark, and just a quick ballpark, you're talking at least $50,000 to put up the veterans. I mean, I'm not trying to shoot it down, believe me.
No,
I'm just putting out information.
yes, so but that money would be raised through the community, and we would also have fundraisers for that,
Awesome.
so, yeah.
Could
Thank you.
families, if they want to?
Yes, they could donate, yes,
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
So if the families were to purchase the banner by itself, they would also get a free booklet with
Oh, yeah.
that.
Oh,
And,
okay.
yeah,
I think it's an awesome idea.
Yeah, with an average of 350 residents or veterans in town, that's about $50,000 worth.
Over 300 veterans.
Dude, I wonder if there's grants out there.
They'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to,
The other side, and this is, again, a citizen, when he talks about the flagpole, is there enough? There is not enough.
We'd have to
nowhere
rotate
near.
them.
so some of those you can get 2 banners on one pole, so actually 4, you know, 4 on one pole.
Oh, can you, okay.
Like the sports
you
ones,
could
the
go-
football field.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And so another option for us would be to purchase the banners that you put in the ground, and we would put those along the avenue flags at the cemetery.
yeah, because the average is 10% of the population of Wyoming is a veteran, which puts about 350-ish here in Wheatland. Isn't spitballing it, according to the VA. Actually, I have the VA's information right here.
This is Goshen.
Mhm.
I don't know if they get the advertising on that, which is good. Yeah, that's great. I think that's really cool. It's rare.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like it. Absolutely.
Do we need anything on that, or just, yes, our blessings there when it
I think
comes
just
time,
a
we just do it?
Yeah, just, I mean, if the consensus is that everybody is happy with that idea, then they have our blessing to pursue.
Absolutely,
need to do.
I'm absolutely
Oh,
for it,
thank
so.
you.
Hope so.
Say a whole bunch because of that.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely, you can, proceed with your idea, and when you're in the fundraising portion of that, don't forget to call me, because I would like to purchase a banner for my father-in-law.
Oh, thank you. I will call you.
And this just came up from Wyoming's Veterans.
Couple more minutes, he's on his way.
Okay.
His vehicle is fixed, so he's on his way,
Veterans
so give me just a
In
couple more
Platte
minutes.
County.
I'm sorry, can you just repeat the question?
Yeah, I just got information from
No.
the Platte County the Wyoming Veterans Commission. There's 866 veterans in Platte County. And I just came in fresh data.
Oh, nice.
Are we gonna do Old Goshen? No. I mean, all of that flat, I meant.
866 times one.
I think
My brain's
I
working.
think if they, money or whatever, might see whatever, yeah, we're the county seat anyway, so. Should post it.
120,000. If you did all Platte County, it'd be
Whole space in
120,000.
other towns anyways. We'll figure it out. We'll get it here. Yeah. That's right, we could put it in other towns.
All right, Todd, you wanna talk to us about, baseball fields?
I'm Todd Rao. I own TNC Landscape Dirt Works in town. We also own Platinum Health Club, Platinum Wellness, Blended. So, I just want to bring to attention, and we covered it last year in a workshop, but really want to go over the investment that the town put $130,000 into both the Legion Field and the Little League fields in 2004. So the high school field was spring, and the league fields were in the fall. We visited last year just because the maintenance towards the end of last year was subpar. So as you guys as a group did a new MOU for Parks and Rec, a little more clarity on what is expected of the fields. I, as well as one or two of you, we've looked at the fields just to see what kind of current condition they're in. So I just kind of wanted to go through what that MOU was on the maintenance of these fields, just to see where this $130,000 got us to for the fields from a few different aspects. So I'm just gonna read directly off the MOU. So the town baseball fields, PNR will operate and mow, weed eat the Little League, softball, and Legion baseball fields, which I do believe they do take care of. Provide mowing equipment, be responsible for the service and maintenance of their own mowers, which I believe is happening. Edge each infield diamond before every game, from what I've seen, is not occurring. All three of the major fields all need re-edged, both infield line and outfield line. A big part, if you remember, what we were hired to do 2 years ago was cut the lips off from the infield to the outfield, which the Legion field already needs a sod cutter for about 8 to 10 inches leading out into the outfield, because the infield dirt is now created another ridge there. Prune back all infield dirt from the turf, which if you walk the fields, you can notice that from improper dragging, we're just pushing all of this infield dirt back into the brand new turf. Prune back the Dura edge from the turf. High school field, we even went an extra yard and went with Dura edge dirt, which was extremely important for the longevity of the field. Cost you guys, I think, I remember, it's maybe an extra 10,000 or something we invested into that, just because of the quality of it, so we could have a quality field for a long time. Replace clay at the pitcher's mound and batter's box. A very unfortunate thing is I pulled the tarp back on the high school field just this last week. And the construction of that diamond, when we contracted to do it, we demolished the entire pitcher's mound, reset the elevation correctly, because one of the things they were hit on was the elevation of the pitcher's mound was not correct. So we weren't even allowed to host the Legion tournament during that time frame. All the clay brick is exposed, which is a good 3/4 of an inch of clay. Now those clay bricks are beginning to crack, which is just a step backwards from what you guys invested into. Let's see. Aerate twice a year, power rake once a year, each of the ball fields with equipment that you either have or you rent. So regardless, you can rent the equipment. From my knowledge, none of that was done either during the course of this last season, which when we all met, one of my recommendations was these fields are so heavily used and so old at this point, we need this aeration. We need to keep going forward on this $130,000 investment, not backwards. So let's see. Maintenance on the dugouts. I mean, there's still weeds growing in dugouts, in the fence lines. It's just unattractive. There's just no call for it. So any damage to the field while in use for park and rec activities. So furthermore, the aeration with the soccer schedule that Parks and Rec does on their own on the field itself, those need aerated. They need water. The water needs scheduled and timed and paid attention to. Let's see. Maintain the ball field sprinklers. I stop by periodically, one, because I'm personally invested into those fields. I notice either underwatering or overwatering. Overwatering by meaning standing water on the infield, on the Little League fields, most every time I stop by. Which then can lead back to the aeration, all those other things. Provide weed control for ball facilities, which I believe they've done. Provide rodent control. Provide 4 field fertilizations per season. I know they've done. Provide overseeding for all the fields, given the number of blank spots in the outfields and all these fields just not being taken care of properly. So I just really feel the lack of maintenance on these fields is really going backwards. And Kelly, you know, I kind of had some brief discussions. My aspect with our community and what can bring money into our community is I'm big in athletics, youth athletics, all those types of things. These youth baseball tournaments can drag in so much money for us if we have great ball fields, which we did when I got done. I mean, I was getting calls from Nebraska having us come redo semi-pro fields out there. That's how good our Legion field was 2 years ago. Now the infield turf on the high school field needs torn up. I mean, the ball hops on there, it's just,
It's trashy.
I don't want to say it's back to where it was, but it's 70% back to where it was 2 years later. So I think it's just time to revisit a maintenance program, company, persons for the ball fields and get back to where we were.
Are we getting that aeration twice a year, power rake once yearly, all those kind of things? Is that happening? Does anyone know?
Yes,
It is happening?
it happened. We purchased a spike aerator. So we've been running that spike aerator probably 3 to 4 times this last year. We did rent a power rake. The Legion field in and of itself with a walk behind power rake, it took us 3 days to do that one. And we did do both Little League fields. We did not get to the 2 softball fields. We didn't get those done. There are some spots in the outfield, primarily the big ones are in that right field area where we had an ant problem. We sprayed the ants. We ended up with bare dirt. All of those have been reseeded. We covered that seed with some straw to help hold it in place. And we added starter fertilizer in those areas. Some of those areas came up, some of them did not. We are looking to actually cut those out and resod some of those here. As soon as we get some water, we can't put sod down if we don't have water out there.
What is our timeline on turning the water on? We talked about this last year at this time. I think you and I talked the other day.
We can turn on the water whenever you want us to. I just thought that you guys were supposed to have like some kind of vacuum seal box or something to go over it, so in case it freezes.
That was an agreement we made
We're-
last year.
We're working on those. The school came out today to get some measurements to see what they need to do to get some insulated boxes over the top of those.
Cause we just don't wanna turn on the water and then it freezes.
No, it's okay for more problem.
To address the mound on the Legion Field, I will tell you that the tarp did, we had some kids down there playing, and they were pitching off the mound. And when I looked back out there after they had left, the tarp was it looked like the tarp was back on. When I went back out, the next day, the tarp was off, the wind was blowing about 60, 70. If you've tried to pull one of those tarps and put it down by yourself, it's not the easiest thing in the planet. I was out there today, again, and started working, we're hauling water to it, 2 gallons at a time, because that's what I have the capacity to haul right now. And I put some more moisture on it and I covered it back up. Today, we are working on rebuilding that piece of it. It's on the back side of the mound that the clay brick was exposed. It's been a concern. I mentioned it to Steve, I've mentioned it to the Legion board as well, that we need to keep that thing covered so those types of things don't happen.
And I said this last budget season, when we went through all this thing, if I'll give you one more year to get things going.
Honestly, I'll be honest, if you guys want to hand it to somebody else, I can take a vacation this summer. I mean, it's just to that point, and honestly, I'm the only one from Parks and Rec here. So it's a passion of mine. I do what I can to take care of it. Our ball field crew, we work tirelessly on it. We really do. Trying to put the best product we can out there. There's 3, 4 of us. I've got 2 guys that pretty much all they do is run mowers. I've got 2 other guys that they've been around a few summers. They understand what needs to be done, and they can be trusted to go do those things. I still follow up and make sure that they're done and done right. But I mean, one of the issues we have with that infield grass is we got entirely too many sprinklers on one station. We don't have the pressure we need. The sprinkler that is obviously the last one in line out there by second base barely squirts any water. I had one guy that his job 2 hours a day, he was out there hand watering that infield. We put extra fertilizer on it. It came back. The grass out there, if you go look at it now, you can tell how thick some of that grass is, most of that grass. Now around the edges where the dirt gets up onto it, that's a little thin.
I think we need to, budget season is coming, I think we need to take all of this into deep consideration and see what we can do with it. 'Cause I know I hear a lot about it from all directions, and especially if we made the investment a few years ago to just let it go back to whatever it may be. We do no justice by letting that happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And I said it last year, and I said, I'll give them one more season to get this thing looking good, and then it's not. So I'm gonna speak now for a second.
You bet.
I'm a proponent right now of putting this out for bid, because it's not getting done. And whether it's the manpower, whether it's attention to detail, whatever it is, it's just not happening. And if we have a contract to do it, I suggest we look at that going forward, this budget season.
I would agree.
Yeah, just reallocating.
Okay.
Cause I know talking to the town councilman over in Guernsey today, there are some similar problems with their pool over there and some other issues they're dealing with. So it's not isolated.
This MOU is 1 year. Is that right?
Normally it just runs from budget to budget.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah,
so-
I just wanna make sure that
Yeah.
we weren't tied in for.
That gives us time to get the request for quotes out and. If that's the way we choose to go with the council.
I think we need to have a few more little conversations, and I think that's a big topic of it all.
You guys want me to stop in the workshop?
I think we need to have at least one.
Yeah, I do too.
Thank you.
You guys want Parks and Rec there as well?
Everyone's invited.
Yeah, I think
It's open.
We don't discriminate.
I think they absolutely should be there if they choose to be, to show us what they've done and, you know, talk about plans or future or what, I mean,
We'll set one up.
all right, are you ready for your other one?
We're good.
All right.
Or you break. Just go right up here. You'll do your swearing in first.
I didn't need swearing, I don't know why that happened. Is it 10 feet? 10 feet. Instead of you trying to repeat after me,
Don't be shy.
raise your right hand and read your oath, please.
I, Braden Nedifee, do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Wyoming. That I have not knowingly violated any law related to my officer's appointment or caused it to be done by others. And that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Welcome aboard.
For both of our officers.
Braden, I will hand you this.
Is it dated right? Mine are the wrong dates.
Oh, yeah, no, this is 14th day of July.
Right.
Whoa.
Hers was correct.
Yeah.
Okay, I grabbed the wrong pile. That's on me, I grabbed the wrong pile.
Welcome.
Now I've got it.
Come on down. Make an old man get up.
You could sign here and here. Tabitha will give you one and we'll retain one. Here, you want this pen, that one don't work. Here, throw this in the garbage over there, Jason.
What you got?
Throw that in the garbage, would you?
Don't want to just put it back in the drawer?
I think that's what happened last time.
That's exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much and congratulations. I think now we are on the hospital district building permit fees.
So I'll be real quick. I don't even have any basis for asking this, other than the board sent me here to ask, because they have some project overruns in their local government, just like you guys, but they asked that you waive the building permit fee only, not the tap fees. So I believe it was around 10,000.
Looks like 88,
I was gonna
or
say, I
80,
think I have
86, 80.
Yeah, there you go. That's
86,
probably-
80?
That's right in the ballpark.
So in the past, you guys, we've done like 50% for the agriplex and the county
And the
building,
reason we've
In
done
the
that,
school and.
they still have to go out and
in the schools, yeah.
the building inspector still has to spend time to
Yeah.
go out and do it. So we've been pretty consistent with the 50% for government entities when they've asked for it.
And that just covers our cost of the inspector's time on site.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, but, yeah, I would be willing to entertain the offer to, you know, give them a 50% reduction, as long as it's okay with the council.
I make a motion that we redact it by 50% of the current fee.
Just the building permit fees.
Just the building permit fee.
Yeah, just the 50% fee.
Thank you for clarifying. You're not getting off that easy, dog.
Is there any other discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion will carry.
Scott.
Scott second.
I second it, yeah, sorry.
And I think they've already paid, so next month you're gonna see a check go out on vouchers, so you'll understand that went to the hospital. Just
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, guys, that's
Well,
cool.
it might not have been the whole 8,600, but 4,300 is better than.
That's okay. I think when we built the legacy home, the building permit fee was 60-some thousand, and we got that whole amount waived because that was a special purpose tax year. And the whole community was chipping in, so appreciate it. Yeah, any little bit, it's wonderful.
Brian, just clarification, I get a lot of questions. I only know what I know because of when I sold my ambulance to Banner.
Yeah.
But everyone is under the assumption that Banner Health owns that building and the lot and all that stuff. And so, yeah, could you give a little clarification there, just so people know what we're giving up, I guess?
Sure, and you're talking about the hospital complex, right?
Yes, yep, where this is going.
Yep, that is owned by the hospital district board, special district, 7 elected board members. It was previously owned by the county until, I don't know what year, Doug, but
When they went from a Memorial Hospital,
say 2019,
Yeah.
2020.
it used to be a Memorial Hospital, and then when it went to a district, assets got transferred to the district.
Correct. So the hospital district board leases the hospital itself to Banner Health in historically kind of recurring 10-year lease terms. And they're in a lease term right now. So going forward, they're gonna construct this ambulance garage on the same property that the hospital sits on. At some point, I anticipate we'll be talking about maybe a zoning change, because I think we're doing special use permits, and that whole block complex is obviously healthcare. So it makes sense to do a zoning change down the road, but, one thing at a time, I guess, but, yeah, so then the hospital district board will lease the ambulance garage to Banner Health. And the hospital district board also supports EMS because they, from time to time, they will contribute to purchasing ambulances that go in the fleet. And just, when they get behind in keeping up with, they put a lot of miles on them, as you know. And, so, works out pretty good.
Thank you. I just get lots of questions, so I feel like
It's a little
that
confusing.
adds to the transparency of this whole thing.
Yeah, it's a little confusing, but no, the facility is owned by the hospital district board. The board also owns the legacy home across the interstate. And, yeah, they do a good job, good folks.
Thanks for clarification.
Thanks. There was one more item I was maybe gonna have to talk about, which was an agreement with the county. Do you need me to stay for that, or you guys wanna just talk with Tabitha? and
Are you
tell
trying
me-
to bargain shop right now, or what are you doing, Brian?
Yeah, kinda. No, I can hang out.
That's good. I'm just giving you black, you know that.
I think, well, I don't know what that's gonna look like.
I think we just need to send it to the county and then
Yeah.
the county. That
It's
way
my
the county
understanding,
can
nobody's
see it.
looked at it at the county. I don't, Morel or,
No one
No.
has, I haven't
MOUs
sent
that
it,
what you're talking about?
yeah.
I haven't sent it to anybody at the county, I just sent it to you guys. And honestly, it's kinda hard to draft it, cause I don't know what was trying to be accomplished necessarily. And you could, I know generally what, some goals might be in the future in terms of improvements. It wouldn't be unheard of to even table it for now, until you have more of a game plan for needed improvements, and then approach a written agreement. It's up to you guys. I mean, I can put together whatever you want. It's just kind of hard to draft.
Another workshop?
Table it though, then we can get facts and then come back with a better educated look at it.
I can see that.
So as far as discussion with that topic, when we get to it, I think you're good. You can go home if you like.
We'll call you back.
Okay,
Yeah, if we can't figure something out, we'll call you.
Call me on my cell phone. It'll be on vibrate.
I got that number, I'm calling.
See you guys.
Take care.
Item number 4 was the addition, the fire department. Lily, are you gonna talk to us?
I think Irvin was going to be, but I think.
Talking about addition, or are you talking about convention?
Convention.
Convention.
I just got a hold of him, he's jumping into a fire shelter, but I could talk for it, probably not as good or as educated as he can.
Is that this letter we got?
Yeah.
So I believe he asked for a $2,500 donation, he asked the same from the district. Every 10 years, the Wyoming State Firemen's Convention, goes around the state, and it's our turn in the barrel. So over Father's Day weekend, we're gonna have approximately 200 firefighters here in town for 4 days. That's where they do the annual state firefighters organizations meetings, the chiefs meetings, pensions meeting. That's where they have their annual meeting once a year. And while they do that, here's Stirrups.
Thank you for your introduction, Willie.
I told them the 10 years.
Hello, my name is Irvin Stofflet, and also the president of the Wyoming State Firemen's Association. So, sorry, I ran up here. Give me a second, catch my breath. But this year we're hosting the 93rd Annual State Firemen's Association here in Wheatland. So I'd like to ask for your guys' support and help funding that. It takes a lot of time and money as well to get everything put together, and so we were just wanting to see if we could get some help from you guys as well. And I believe you guys should have a letter that I submitted.
Yep. You're asking for $2,250, it looks like?
Yes, sir.
And commerce in town will increase considerably. I mean, it's a 4-day event, couple hundred people with their families usually.
Correct, and then along that too, like that letter says, each one of those teams has the opportunity to come before convention and practice as well. So like, the only one we've got scheduled right now is Newcastle, so they'll be here May 16th. So they'll be here for 2 days. So each team normally comes for 1 or 2 days before convention as well. So it gives a little boost, but. And I'm sure most of them probably already have their hotels and stuff booked to come, so.
I make a motion, we give the $2,250 to the Fires Convention.
I would second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion will carry.
Might be the last year we can do this.
Oh, Brandon, don't forget about the taser training.
Yeah, well, are you ready now?
Yeah, Brandon, don't forget about it.
Is he getting rid of this time?
I had said I would. But then I got a reprieve, so.
John,
Come on, 3 of the compliment.
we got a release, you can sign it.
I think between the 3 of us up here, we've been tased at least 3 or 4 times.
Are you guys ready for me now?
Yeah, you're good now for your demonstration. Yeah, Brad, your chief, had originally talked to me and I had graciously or bulliedly or something agreed to be tased, but then after some other discussions, he has other people that need it for portions of their training, so he opted to use them as test dummies instead of this dummy, so.
Unless you still want with the
No, I'm good. I've been tased once and that's.
Just getting how it feels, you can, respect it better.
Yeah, I know. I got tased a couple of years ago at a demonstration and I was a willing person to show the effectiveness of them in front of a large crowd of people and I actually told Brad that. I said, I'm not really sure I want to put myself out there and do that again. But like I said, maybe with a little coercion and bullying, and I finally said, sure, I'll do it. But
I think that means Councilman Perkins is the only one up there that hasn't been tased.
he's got a get out of jail free card.
He's gonna pull the flight physical
He's
thing.
got a heart issue. So- So I guess I'd just like to take a couple minutes real quick before we do the demonstration. For the last, at least 18 plus years, we've had what is called the TASER X26 platform, which is old technology at this point in time. I mean, it's like I said, it's 18 plus years old. With the old tasers, they were only good for one shot, which meaning there was 2 probes that came out. If you didn't get a good connection between those 2 probes, the officer would have to reload and physically change the magazines out to get that. With the new, they're up by Jason now. With the new platforms, the TASER 10s is what we have now. They are actually a 10 shot, so the magazine that they have holds 10 little cartridges in it. And it's actually a single deployment of a probe per trigger pull. So that gives the officer the ability to figure out the shot placement and get that good connection. And what I mean by connection is we're looking for neuromuscular incapacitation. And what that is it's the involuntary muscle lockup that is created by electricity. The electricity used by these, it's very high voltage, so it's 50,000 volts. The amperage is really low. It's 0.001 amperes. So very high volts, very low amps. So that's where it's safe to be. It's actually electrocuted by these platforms. The old units, they were discharged by electricity. There were chances where static electricity could actually deploy the cartridge. So radio usage, just handling them could set off the cartridge. These new platforms, they actually have a firing pin in each one of the cartridges. So they're now considered a firearm per the ATF. So we have to go through and get ATF paperwork done for each one of the units that we have. With it being 10 shot, it gives the officer a backup shot too. If there's a miss, they're not always easy moving targets that we have, like you'll see here in a minute. So it gives the officer the ability to follow up and get that good connection. The other good thing about this is the old units, they only gave up to a 25-foot shot. With these, it's up to 45 feet now. So that gives the officer time and distance. So he can actually get his cover, he is safe, and make sure other people are safe at that point in time with that distance there. The other thing so we entered into a contract, it's a 10-year contract. And with that 10-year contract, we get upgrades at the 2.5-year mark, the 5-year mark, the 7-year mark, and at the 10-year mark. So for the next 10 years, we are set with the technology with TASER. We got the new, it's virtual reality, and we were hoping to have that demonstrated tonight, but technology isn't working on our favor tonight. But we're able to do all virtual reality based training. Through that, you can do all your certifications through the virtual reality. The officers get to go through scenarios of moving targets at different positions, either laying down, seated, standing up, different types of things. So we're able to use that technology now as well. The other thing that we got with that contract is a simunition suit. A couple weeks ago, we were able to partner with the county, and as they got the same technology with the TASER 10s. Lieutenant Swingle and I are the only 2 instructors for the county right now. So we did one big training to get everybody up on the TASER 10s. Councilman Perkins and our new officer, Teeters, volunteered to wear the simunition suits and get shot with what is called a hook and loop cartridge. They still hurt, but it's not the electricity that goes through it, but it gives the officer scenario-based, puts a little bit of stress on the officer and gives them real world training. So with that contract, we've been able to upgrade our technology, which has been greatly needed for the last several years. So, and as part of our training, in order to carry the platform, they do have to get exposed to it. It is not a punishment by any means. It's not something that we do just for fun. The reason for that is by being exposed, the officer then knows what that is like, knows how to handle it if the bad guy gets that taser platform, because now they know they're going to be incapacitated if they get shot with that. So there's ways to handle that and deal with it, but it also knows that they can't, or what it's like, so they're not less apt to abuse the use of force. So before we do the volunteer, Officer Nedifee has gone through the online portion of it, and he gets to now experience the taser. So before we do that, any questions that I might be able to answer with these new platforms?
Still the 5 seconds?
It is still the 5 seconds, yes.
You have the ability to turn it off still, or is, okay. You can do 2 seconds, turn it off, and.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And we no longer have the spark test ability, it's just now a flashing light and it's own. They decided, Taser for some reason decided to experiment with that part of it, to see if maybe we get compliance using that. Jury's still out if that's gonna work or not.
So there's no dry stun ability.
There's no dry stun ability. With the VR system, the virtual reality system, I've been checking into it. There's equipment that will give us a handgun that works with the virtual reality and a rifle platform that works with that. So it's basically like a Milo system from what we dealt with up at the academy. It's actually interactive. As the officer works with it, they work through the situation. There's mental health scenarios in there for like the crisis intervention stuff that we're dealing with now. We've been dealing with it, but we're getting better technology on how to deal with that. So that's something that we're looking into here in the future to add to that training base for us. So.
Does it work on vicious dogs?
It does. We have had successful deployments with our old platforms. The problem with the old platforms is you have to actually physically twist the unit so you get the shot of it. But with these new ones, you can actually sit and you can place where you want the target. So it does work on dogs as well.
Does it go out the FID tags?
It does not. It doesn't shoot off the app.
That's a thing of the past now.
So.
How does that affect the heart?
So
like
there's.
If you have a mechanical heart like I do, how will that affect that? Will it put us into AFib where we're gonna need medical attention right away, or?
No, the technology and everything that Taser has done, I mean, there has been tons and tons of training through Axon, which is the company that deals with this. They have done lots of studies with this affecting the heart. They have found that there's a very extremely low risk of any injury to the heart. But when we go through our training is to try to target the back. And if we have to shoot in the front or deploy in the front, we try to stay away from the heart as much as possible, just to further minimize that risk. But
when we brought Taser in originally, back in the day, lots of research, and with mechanical hearts, obviously I was in the medical world, but milliamps is what that delivers versus any joules or anything like that. So if we were going to respond to you or whatever, the joules is where we would worry about, influencing anything you have already. This runs off milliamps, so you're looking at kind of apples to oranges there. So
yeah, we good?
We're good. Carry on.
Is he good?
You ready? So Lieutenant Swinkle's actually going to be the one to deploy. He's going to target the upper back and then the lower leg. And what that does is it splits the hemispheres of your body so the travel of the shock, gets the fuller neuromuscular. So I'm gonna have you stand over there.
Todd Rao actually bought tickets for that.
He's getting the light show. Todd is getting the light show.
So,
I thought Todd was volunteering.
Todd bought tickets for the ride. I don't.
So what we're gonna
rip him off.
So what we'll do is he'll get the deployment, or like I said, we're gonna target for the upper back and then the lower leg. Corporal Fernandez and I will just lower him down to the ground and just let him experience the ride.
And just before I deploy this, I'll say taser, taser, taser. You're gonna hear a loud pops. It's not a gunshot. It's gonna sound like it, but it's not a gun. So, are you ready? And also, when we activate these, now my body cam has been activated. Are you ready?
Just in case his name sucks.
Taser, taser, taser.
Deep breath.
Jason, mouth to mouth.
Just mouth to mouth.
Right? I'm a plumber.
So we can, so we don't have to have medics here to pull these out, so we do that for them. So, ready?
I will.
How far does that go in?
All the way.
The probes are long enough to get through a light jacket.
Yep, so that's the length of the probe, so that goes all the way into the skin. There is two little probes there's barbs on the side, and that's what sticks into the skin and holds there. It's just like a fish hook, so.
Thank you, come again.
Giddy up.
So it's 5 seconds, and the recovery is just almost instantaneously. So he's able to walk. Might be a little sore, but
Smell a lot worse now.
Yeah.
He might be plotting revenge against us at some point.
he might be. That's why he shot in, not me. So
I like the way this worked out. So from now on, when you hire on, we're gonna swear him in, then we're gonna shoot. New policy.
Right, policy.
You don't shoot them.
No, we
Deployment.
Deploy them.
Again, I thank you for letting us upgrade and get the technology and the stuff that we're able to accomplish with this is great.
Probably not.
So, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are there any other public comments at this time? Yes,
Is that all right?
absolutely.
I won't talk as long as Mr. Mixon does. I'll keep it short.
You can only hope, Willie.
That was a cowardly lion right there.
Obviously, you all know me. I'll repeat my name, Willie Ellison. I would like to thank you. It was a pleasure and an honor to serve with you guys on the council till my medical, whatever you want to call it. So, like I say, even working with Douglas was all right.
Okay, William.
No, I just wanted to, and thank you for the cards and well wishes.
I'm glad to see you out and
That's what I
about.
was gonna say. Glad to see you in here
Glad to see you
tonight.
out and about.
They found a heart. It's unusual.
They did find it though.
Technology's getting amazing.
Yeah.
Did they replace it? Did they give it a shot? Or?
Oh, they gave it 360 joules. So, yeah. Well, I don't want to do it again, honest to God, so. But thank God we got a hospital. I will say that. So, thank you.
Thank
You
you.
bet.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Willie. Any other public comment at this time? Hearing none, we'll move on to unfinished business item number 1, which is a agreement with the county for the use of the shooting range. Do you have an attempt at what that agreement might look like in front of you?
This is where we're considering the
Yeah, I was gonna,
further research on it, so I make a motion, we table this until we can gather more facts and data.
Second.
it's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion will carry. And unfinished business item number 2 is CEPI, an update on the Black Mountain Water Tower. It's your turn, Ray.
All right. Mr. Mayor, members of council, my name is Ray Cavalier. I'm with CEPI in Casper. We're the design team and the project managers for the water tower replacement project, and it's up and running. We just, I think you're considering the last bill from the contractor tonight. So I just wanted to take an opportunity to come down and update you on it. It was a very good project. We got a very good contractor on it. Everything went really well. I think Rick's not here, so I can't give him crap, but,
We will.
yeah, yes. But I think between council and working with staff and the contractor, everything went about as smooth as a project could go.
Yeah, I thought so.
We just, I think, submitted to Tabitha that they came in about $63,000 under budget, which was great. We're not quite done. We still have some finalizing with WWDC, the grant agency with the state that paid for a portion of the project, but CEPI is about $137,000 under our contract amount right now, so it's not often that you come in that much lower than your contracts, but it was, like I said, everything went really smooth. It was good. It was a good project, and so we'll send another bill for about $133,000.
For that wrap up.
Make sure the warranty's in.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we probably have a few more hours just with administrative work to do with the grant funding agency, but otherwise, I'd say the project is pretty well complete. And
It looks great. It looks amazing. People are very happy.
yeah, I think the Bulldog turned out really well. So, yeah. And if anyone has any questions, I'm more than happy to try to answer them.
Is that your son with you?
He's my assistant. Yes.
Are you getting paid? Are you getting paid? Good job.
I was gonna say, maybe take you to a good spot for dinner at least.
He wants A&W, so, yeah.
Make him get you a milkshake.
Yeah.
Root beer float, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, no, thank you for the update, and I don't have any questions. I mean, visited with Rick at length about it, and I mean, it's working as designed, and,
Yep.
and, I mean, it checked the boxes of what we were hoping to accomplish, so.
Got additional pressure and there's no leaks, which is always good.
Yeah.
So,
That's plus.
yeah, and we're just talking with Tabitha, we have another contract with Water Development Commission to do the well study for a replacement well for the
Good,
side.
good. I'm glad to hear that familiar face is gonna be doing that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that one. The governor signed the bill, and so it's just a matter of getting all the contracts through their normal process, and we'll get started on that one. So, yes, come back up again with a different kid next time. All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Yeah. Another executive assistant.
Yeah.
We'll head into the new business section, and we will award the bid for weed fertilization and mosquito spraying. The bid was submitted by Southeast Wyoming Weed Control.
That was the only bid we got.
That's what I was figuring.
Forever.
I move that we accept the bid as presented.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the bid as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Now we have an amendment, number 2 to the loan agreement, number 076. And I don't know, Tabitha, can you give us a little background on
Well, it was at 2.5 and they lowered it.
the interest? Yeah.
I make a motion to accept Amendment 2 to the loan agreement, CWSRF 076.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Good.
Opposed, same sign.
Good.
That motion will carry. Then we have ordinance number 858, sanitation rates on first reading.
Just for clarification, we did talk about this in the workshop for anyone who wasn't here. It's just like anything else, rates are going up that we pay forward, and so rates are gonna have to obviously reflect. So just for transparency and clarification, that's the way I see things.
This rate hasn't been increased since 2016.
2016 was the last increase.
Yeah, this honestly, the increase for the sanitation fees collected by the town is, it's honestly just a pass-through rate. The increased rate for tippage fees and per ton at the facility we dispose at, to stay, you know, not operating in the red or to not profit, this is the magic number to change this ordinance to for, to achieve where we have been and not have such a tight margin to, we've been lack on some maintenance and some other things to keep that fund at a net zero. And it's starting to show. Some of our trucks are needing some attention.
Not only that, the state requires you to put some money away in case you ever need to upgrade the transfer station. They don't wanna keep loaning money or doing whatever they did on the first one, just like the sewer lagoons and things like that.
And we did early, but as of the last few budget cycles, we haven't had excess to continue to grow that fund.
I make a motion, we pass the ordinance number 858.
Second.
Oh, it's been moved and seconded. Is there further discussion?
$5, thank you.
Yes.
Oh,
That's all I need.
Yeah. Yeah, the residential rate goes from 30 to 35.
Across the board,
Yeah.
everything, a $5 increase.
Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And that brings us to ordinance number 859. This ordinance is to establish use restriction and fees for disposal at the transfer station. What this does is it holds the rate for town of Wheatland residents at what it is. And if you are outside of the incorporated town, you will pay 1.5 times the established rate of what the local in-town or incorporated city limits person pays. Once again, same thought process. The disposal fees of the types of stuff that we get in from the county have also gone up. So to try to recover that and keep it at as close to a net zero and still offer the service, unfortunately, we have to charge more to take it in than what we have in the past.
I move to accept ordinance number 859.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And with that, we are at the end of the agenda, with the only announcement being that the next regularly scheduled council meeting will be here at 7 o'clock on Monday, April 13th. With that, we will adjourn.
You will appreciate this, the rest of you.